To help students who have been statistically identified as likely to drop out of high school or not attend college because of their socioeconomic status or ethnicity, to believe in them when no one else does and even the education system has given up on them, and to take your time to support them where they're struggling is the most rewarding thing I've ever experienced. My name is Xochitl, and in high school I was an AVID student, and I'm here to talk to you today about becoming an AVID volunteer tutor. Today I hope to tell you a little bit about AVID history, what it does, the benefits of AVID, and why you should be spending your time to close the achievement gap. I ask that you please hold your questions till the end. So let's begin. What exactly is AVID? Well, AVID started in 1980 when the federal court ordered that schools be desegregated. And while this is a great thing for education in our society, a teacher in California, Mary Catherine Swanson, proposed a really good question. How are these students who had been underserved for an entire education going to compete with students who had been attending academically acclaimed schools previously? And her answer to this question was AVID, advancement via individual determination. And this goes into our philosophy. If you hold students to a high standard, you provide academic and social support, they will rise to the challenge. In my personal experience with AVID, I went to high school at Anderson, and that's in the west side of Austin, and if you know anything about Austin, you know that's where the predominantly wealthy people live. And what I saw at Anderson was kind of a huge shock to me. It was 50% white, and so the only reason I was allowed to attend the school is because I was diversifying it by being Hispanic. And my whole life my parents have always pushed me to challenge myself academically, and so when I attended Anderson and I did international baccalaureate and advanced placement classes, I realized I was the only minority in the classroom, and it made me kind of really uncomfortable. And you would hear teachers make comments about the regular students, and I realized that the regular students were the minorities at that school, and no one really wanted to deal with them. And it was like really upsetting to me because these were people that they were my people, like they were the Hispanic people, and they were the Black people, and they were the people who had come from the neighborhoods that I had come from. And so AVID is something that I hold really dear to my heart. And if that's not enough to motivate you to become an AVID tutor, maybe statistics will. So in 2009, the public high school graduation rate was 70%. And this means that 30% of our students aren't graduating, and they aren't receiving that academic and that social support that AVID provides. When students are in AVID, not only are they sent to colleges at a greater rate than nationally, as you can see in your handout, they're also college ready at a rate that's unparalleled to schools without the AVID program. AVID students take more college prep courses than the national average, and AVID students are more likely to remain enrolled in college for all 4 years. So you may be thinking, but why do I have to spend my time there? Well, according to the New England Board of Higher Education, college students spend about 9 hours a day sleeping, 3.9 hours on their education, and that includes classwork and homework, and 3.9 hours on sports and leisure activities. And you may be thinking, well, I want some time to myself. I don't want to spend all my time helping someone else, and that's fine. I understand. We all want time to unwind. But if you could just spend 1 hour a week or any time that you have going to help these students who are really often ignored by our education system, you're going to make a big difference in their lives, because the message that you're sending them isn't only that you're going to be there for them academically to help them, but you're also sending a psychological message that they're worth your time and that they're worth believing in, and that's something that does a really big thing for them. And in conclusion, I'd like to say that today we talked about how AVID students are more likely to attend college, more likely to take college prep courses, and more likely to remain enrolled in college for all 4 years. Showing AVID is a proven data-driven program with decades of measurable results. And with your help, how you become involved with AVID is that you go to the AISD website and you fill out a volunteer form for AVID, and I put the link on your handout as well. And basically you show up to the school, you talk to the AVID teacher, and you tell them which subjects you're more comfortable in helping the students with. And they'll place you with the student, and you can talk to them on a one-on-one basis and help them in whatever they need, or just talk to them about your own college experience. But that way they get the message that someone does believe in them and that they are capable of many things, because oftentimes in our society they're getting the message that they're never going to go to college and they're not going to graduate, and that becomes the self-fulfilling prophecy because they begin to believe that themselves. With your help, we hope to accomplish our mission for the future, and that is to close the achievement gap by preparing all students for college readiness and success in a global society. Thank you, and I'll take your questions now.